Islam, like Judaism and Christianity, is monotheistic, teaching that there is only one God. Muslims believe that Allah is the same God worshipped by Jews and Christians. God has sent a series of prophets throughout history to guide humanity. These prophets include Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and finally Muhammad, peace be upon them all. Each prophet was sent to their respective communities with a message tailored to their time and context. Muslims believe that the core message of all these prophets was the same: the worship of one God and living a righteous life. However, over time, the messages delivered by the earlier prophets were altered or misunderstood by their followers. The Torah given to Moses and the Gospel given to Jesus are considered holy books in Islam. However, Muslims believe that these scriptures were partially altered or corrupted over time, leading to deviations from their original messages. In Islam, the Quran is seen as the final and complete revelation from God, meant to correct the alterations in previous scriptures and to provide guidance for all of humanity until the end of time. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, who is considered the last prophet. Muslims believe that Jews and Christians do not accept Muhammad as a prophet and do not recognize the Quran as a divine revelation. This is seen as the primary reason for the existence of distinct religious groups, despite the belief in the same God. Islam teaches respect for all prophets and acknowledges their roles in conveying God's message. The differences between the religions are attributed to human actions and historical developments, rather than a fundamental difference in the divine message. In summary, from an Islamic viewpoint, there is one God who has sent multiple prophets with the same core message. The divergence of religions is seen as a result of human alterations and the rejection of subsequent prophets and revelations. Islam teaches that the diversity of religious traditions is part of God's plan to test humanity's willingness to seek the truth and submit to His will. Despite the differences, the essential unity lies in the shared monotheistic belief and the core ethical teachings promoted by all prophets. I will tell you now the full story from Prophet Musa to Prophet Jesus to Prophet Muhammad, okay? Let's dive into it. In the tapestry of divine revelation, the stories of the prophets Musa, Moses, Isa, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon them, form a continuous thread, weaving together the narrative of monotheism, moral guidance, and the quest for human salvation. This script explores the journey of these prophets, highlighting their missions, challenges, and the overarching message of God's oneness. Born into the Israelite community in Egypt, Musa's early life was marked by peril. The Pharaoh, fearing the growing population of Israelites, ordered the killing of all newborn Hebrew boys. Musa's mother, following divine inspiration, placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the Nile. He was found and adopted by the Pharaoh's daughter, thus growing up in the royal palace. As an adult, Musa encountered an Egyptian abusing an Israelite. In defending his compatriot, Musa accidentally killed the Egyptian and fled to Midian to escape the Pharaoh's wrath. In Midian, Musa married and began a new life as a shepherd. Musa's life changed dramatically when he encountered the burning bush on Mount Sinai. God spoke to him directly, commanding him to return to Egypt and free the Israelites from bondage. Despite his initial hesitation and concerns about his speaking abilities, Musa was reassured by God, who appointed his brother Harun, Aaron, as his spokesperson. Musa and Harun confronted the Pharaoh, demanding the release of the Israelites. The Pharaoh dismissed their message, leading to a series of divine signs and plagues, each more severe than the last. Despite the escalating calamities, the Pharaoh's heart remained hardened until the final plague, the death of every firstborn in Egypt. Overwhelmed with grief and fear, the Pharaoh relented, allowing the Israelites to leave. Musa led the Israelites through the Red Sea, miraculously parted by God's command, and into the Sinai Peninsula. At Mount Sinai, Musa received the Torah, a comprehensive guide for the Israelites, encompassing laws, ethics, and spirituality. However, during Musa's prolonged stay on the mountain, some Israelites, influenced by their past in Egypt, crafted and worshipped a golden calf, invoking God's wrath. Musa's leadership was continually tested as he guided the Israelites through the desert. Their journey was marked by complaints, rebellions, and moments of faithlessness, but also instances of profound faith and divine mercy. Despite never entering the Promised Land himself, Musa's unwavering commitment laid the foundation for the Israelites' spiritual and communal identity. Several centuries after Musa, Isa was born in Bethlehem to Mary, a pious and devout woman. His birth was miraculous, as Miriam conceived Isa through divine intervention without a human father. His arrival was foretold by angels, and he was recognized as a prophet even from infancy. Ministry and miracles. Isa's mission began when he started preaching the message of monotheism, calling people to return to the worship of the one true God. His teachings emphasized compassion, humility, and righteousness. Isa performed numerous miracles, such as healing the sick, raising the dead, and restoring sight to the blind, all signs of his divine support and prophetic authority. Despite his miracles and profound teachings, Isa faced significant opposition from the religious authorities of his time. They viewed his growing influence as a threat to their power and accused him of blasphemy. Isa's message attracted a diverse following, including the poor and marginalized, who found hope and solace in his words. The pivotal event in Isa's life, according to Islamic belief, differs from the Christian narrative. While Christians believe in Isa's crucifixion and resurrection, Islam teaches that Isa was neither crucified nor killed. Instead, God raised him to heaven, and another person was made to resemble him and was crucified in his place. Isa's mission, according to Islam, was to reaffirm the monotheistic faith and prepare the way for the final prophet. Born in Mecca in 570 CE, Muhammad grew up as an orphan in a society steeped in polytheism and moral decay. Known for his honesty and integrity, he earned the title Al-Amin, the trustworthy. At the age of 40, while meditating in the cave of Hira, Muhammad received his first revelation from the angel Gabriel. These revelations continued for 23 years and were compiled into the Quran. Muhammad's message emphasized the oneness of God, Tawhid, social justice, and moral rectitude. He called for an end to the prevalent social ills such as idolatry, exploitation, and inequality. His teachings initially faced severe opposition from the Quraysh, the ruling tribe of Mecca, who saw his message as a threat to their socio-economic structure, migration to Medina, and establishment of the Ummah. Facing persecution, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina in 622 CE, an event known as the Hijra. In Medina, Muhammad established a cohesive Muslim community, Ummah, based on Islamic principles. He mediated between warring tribes and established the Constitution of Medina, a pioneering document ensuring religious freedom and mutual rights. Over the following years, the Muslims of Medina engaged in several battles with the Quraysh of Mecca, including the pivotal battles of Badr, Uhud, and the Trench. Despite the odds, Muhammad's leadership and strategic acumen led to eventual victories. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah marked a significant step towards peace, allowing Muslims to perform the pilgrimage to Mecca. In 630 CE, Muhammad and his followers peacefully conquered Mecca. He showed remarkable mercy to his former persecutors, declaring a general amnesty. He cleansed the Kaaba of idols, reinstating it as a center of monotheistic worship. In his final sermon during the farewell pilgrimage, Muhammad emphasized the principles of equality, justice, and human rights, solidifying the ethical foundation of Islam. Muhammad is regarded as the seal of the prophets, the final messenger sent to guide humanity. His life and teachings provide a comprehensive framework for all aspects of life, and his legacy continues to inspire billions of Muslims around the world. The Quran, along with the Hadith, sayings and actions of Muhammad, serves as the primary source of guidance for Muslims. The stories of Musa, Isa, and Muhammad, peace be upon them, highlight the continuity of God's message and the unwavering commitment of his prophets to guide humanity towards righteousness. Each prophet faced unique challenges and brought forth divine teachings tailored to their respective communities. Together, they represent the unity of God's plan and the enduring call to worship Him alone. Through their lives and missions, they underscore the importance of faith, compassion, and justice, principles that continue to resonate across time and cultures. Remember to believe in one God and seek the truth in His guidance. Understanding the messages of the prophets helps us stay true to our faith and principles. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe for more insightful stories and discussions.